All right, my name is Bob Bernstein. I live in Yorkville, California. It's a little town about 60 miles north of Santa Rosa. I started noticing maybe 2 or 3 years ago that I was having pretty much constant pain in my lower back. Maybe I'd see a chiropractor or acupuncturist or whatever, and usually we'd mellow out after a few days to where I could move around again, but there was still like always a nagging pain. And then I started noticing a lot of pain around my hip and groin area, and I thought, damn, I feel like I've got a deteriorating hip. I wonder what's going on. I knew this guy who was a chiropractor down there, and I just wanted to get an x-ray. So I said, hey, can you do an x-ray for me? And he said, sure, come on in. So he took a film. He said, well, the good news is your hip is fine. Your hip looks great. But the real problem was L5, which was really narrow. I mean, there was almost no distance between the vertebrae. It was really getting hard to work. And I couldn't play golf anymore. I used to play a lot of golf. I couldn't do that. I used to run, used to play softball. I mean, I had to stop doing all that stuff. Then somewhere on the net, I stumbled across the information about the DRX 9000. So I got a packet from Brian's office. The name, he had sort of blurbs, from people who he had helped. And one was a woman in Santa Rosa who owned a rubber stamp company, and it gave it gave her name, I believe, and the name of her company. So that, well, what the heck, I'll call her and see what she says. So I called, she answered, we talked. She said, yeah. I said, is this for real? And she said, yeah, and she told me how she'd been through the treatment and how she was before and how she was now, and that it really helped her, and Brian's a great guy and all this. So I thought, well, I don't have anything to lose, because he offered a free assessment, free, examination, $200 value for free. Okay, fine. So I called up, I came in, I brought him my x-rays, he looked at them, he concurred with what the other chiropractor had said, and I said, well, do you think that the doctor, I call it Dr. X, the DRX machine, would help me? And he said, well, I think so. He said, he was honest, he said, one thing that's not in your favor is that you live 50 miles away, and you're going to have to come down 3 times a week, and it's going to be a lot of driving. But he said, yeah, I think it'll help you. So I thought about it for another few days, and then I signed up. Within the first maybe 2 or 3 treatments, I was definitely starting to feel better. And as it went along, I felt progressively better. And at first I was doing very little, because I was doing this 3 times a week. So, and the day that I did the treatment, I would go home and just rest. I wouldn't do anything. But then the next day, I would work, and I never stopped working. I had an x-ray done about a month ago here in Brian's office, because I wanted to, I wanted to see, well, what does it look like now? And I was a little nervous to do it because I was afraid that if it showed no change, it might be like, oh, I went through all that and my disc looks the same. And I was quite amazed to see that whereas before, it was significantly opened up. I'm able to work, I don't have pain, and I'm grateful that I did it, because I was starting to feel like I don't think I can continue to work, or I was hoping to, but now I'm thinking, well, I'm just going to keep working until I'm whatever, 70, 75, until something happens and I can't work. But yeah, so I'm a lot better.